Kickass Hayward here doing a Solforge video just for something new and exciting. I'm going to try another constructed tournament with my mobility deck. I still haven't drafted, I'm still nervous. However, I got 2 draft tickets as my as my login reward and my first win award. So they are out there. There's lots of draft tickets out there. Not draft tickets, just event tickets. Mobility deck today, which I have not tried in a tournament yet, but I've made some changes and I'm actually really happy with it. So let's have a look at it. It now has a pair of Windborn Hellions, which are actually, I think, the weakest thing about the deck. And this is a deck dedicated purely to mobility, so that's a little bit alarming for that card. It doesn't seem to grow fast enough. I've got my Stormbringers, 2 of them, 3 with the Frost Banshees. This is an amazing card. It just, it's incredible. I love it. I've got 3 Epidemics, which I don't use that much, but they're really good against the Swarm decks, the green ones. I've got 3 Lightning Sparks. It's a solid card. I quite often use that as a finisher, but sometimes just to take out creatures. 3 Windcaller Shamans, the bread and butter of the deck. 3 Master of Elements. Now, I actually for a while took these guys out, but I put them back in, and I'll show you why in a second. First of all, they work really well with Fervent Assault, because that can work at any level. So you can, I can ignore them. Then when I hit level 2, I can play a Master of Elements and chuck in a free Fervent Assault. I've got 3 Uranti Bolts, which are pretty much in there as Zymus defense. They really slow Zymuses down nicely. And here is the new thing. I've got 2 Lightning Brands. Lightning Brand now covers target level 2 or lower at level 1. Can I have a look? Yes, it's target creature at level 2 and target creature, and with more attack. Now gives attack each round, which is just so much better than it was. To the point where it's worth including, because the level 2 Master of Elements will get you a free Lightning Brand level 1, and if you can play that on a Doomwing or on Master of Elements himself, it ups the ante. It's actually an incredible combo. 1 Dreadbolt, again, I'm not crazy about that. If I could, I'd swap that Dreadbolt out for another Doomwing, but I don't have another Doomwing. If I could, I'd also throw in a 3rd Stormbringer. So the Dreadbolt's mostly in there to deal with Drawforge decks and oversized Grimgaunts, but I haven't really been using it at all. You have to level that one quite aggressively. I haven't been, but until I work out something better to put in, I'm going to keep it. Oh, did I start a tournament and then just not do anything? Am I in a tournament? Hello, how are you? How are you, viewers? I like knowing that people watch this. I've started getting pretty decent hits, so hello everyone. I'm Peter. I play Solforge a lot for fun. I'm a writer. I should be writing right now. I've got a commission due, but instead I'm playing Solforge. Let's draw. Let's start. Let's go. Start an event. Searching for an opponent. Did it pick the right deck? Did I pick the deck? I shouldn't talk and play at the same time. Yes. Okay. So mob. Now, I don't know if it does this in the PC version, but it started adding a number after the deck. I assume that is like the number of your tournament, and that's so you can alter your deck, but your tournament deck remains unaltered during the tournament. But I don't know. If you know, Teapot. I've never played against Teapot before. I would remember that, especially with the randomly capitalized P in pot. Teapot, for those who don't know, is typically used as one word. Probably a Stormbringer. Stormbringer is a nice solid card, especially in this deck. Put it there so I can do some damage to a... I just did it there so it can move. Doesn't matter where you put it, it's going to move. That's pretty nice. Probably going to double Windcaller, and if my Stormbringer is still alive, it means I can bounce around and do some damage. If it's not, I'm just going to double Windcaller for the fun of it, because in this deck, you need to level that up more than anything else. Cool, so I'll be able to do nothing, because I've been culled. Oh, I'm just going to double Windcaller in the corner, and ignore that Grimgaunt Predator until I can actually deal with it, which is not right now. Hopefully I do okay. This is why I have a Dreadbolt, so hopefully I'll draw the Dreadbolt, be able to take care of that Grimgaunt, and win all the games, basically, is my aim. Cull the Weak, you don't see a lot of those. So I've got a Doomwing. I've got a Dreadbolt, so I'll definitely be Dreadbolting. I don't care about your Botanimate. It really doesn't affect me at all. I don't know why you would do that. So I'm probably going to Dreadbolt and Doomwing, because I've leveled up my Windcallers now. Again, like, why would you Botanimate when... It's weird. Anyway, so definitely Dreadbolting. I'm just going to wipe the board this turn. And it would be nice to level up a Master of Elements, but I'd really much rather level up a Doomwing. Put him there so that... What's he playing? He's playing Terra Necrium, so it doesn't really matter where I put him. I now run the risk of being Epidemicked. He could quite easily Predator Epidemic, but if he does, he does. If he doesn't, which is the ideal situation, he doesn't. Low Stride, don't care about. Lightbringer, don't care about. Is he playing a... Weird, is he playing some kind of... What are they called? The big guy, the really big guy. Double Witherfrost, because Witherfrost is a really nice card to level in this deck. It takes that one out, it'll trade with the Lightbringer now. What's the big guy called? He's big, he's a guy, he's got a name, he is Arborus. Whew, okay, we got there. Now if that was a level 2 Master of Elements, I'd be able to Lightning Brand it as well, which would be nice, but it's not, and that's okay. Lyria, I don't care about, and Epidemic is a bit annoying. But it's okay, I might Epidemic back. I'm going to Master of Elements in front of maybe Lyria. What do I want here? I might Windborn and Master of Elements. Windborn, not great. I'm really not crazy about Windborn. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Like maybe that was a total horrible use of it, but I've never actually been able to play one when I've already had 2 Stormwingers on the deck, and maybe that's how they become really good. Witherfrost and Doomwing, very nice. Dreadbolt level 2 I wouldn't mind leveling. If he plays one of his Grimgaunts, I will definitely level it. If he doesn't, I'll probably let it slide. Witherfrost is such a nice card. It's -2/2, -4/4, and then -7/7, which is crazy, and its stats are decent. So generally it can minus creature down and then trade with it. Cool, so I'll be Dreadbolting this time. I don't want that fucker alive. That's okay, he still trades. Means my Windborn's alive, so I'm going to Dreadbolt and then Doomwing. That's his only Grimgaunt that I've seen, so if he plays another one it'll be a level 1, which should be pretty easy to deal with. Dreadbolt, thank you. This means I'm taking him down to exactly 100, so if he is floating an Arborus... Arborus? How do people pronounce it? This is a much... like I've gotten this deck almost to the point now where there's no cards I don't want to play. Every card I'm like, that's exciting, that's exciting. They're all nice cards. If he plays a level 1, I can Doomwing Windcaller it, which would be nice anyway because I want to level those. If he doesn't, he's drawn very lucky. Cool, so I'll be able to take that out with 2 different ways now. If he plays a level 2 elsewhere, I can Doomwing over to it. Once he's gonna... Can he zap my Doomwing? He hasn't leveled up a Dreadbolt. Epidemic won't take it out. I don't think there's much you can do about that Doomwing. You can play level 2 in front of it, that would be a pretty solid move. Couldn't do anything about that. Hungering Strike, nice. Not a problem, but nice. I mean, why would you do that? You're just going to lose your Grimgaunt now anyway. He's going to lose his Grimgaunt, but not the way he thinks he is. I'm going to Doomwing it, because that way my other Doomwing is still in the center row, although I don't expect to survive very long. And it means my Windcaller's in the corner, out of the way, and I've gotten some use out of my Doomwing, which is always nice. It'd be nicer if I had my Growy guy alive, but I don't, and that's okay. I haven't got the hang of that card yet. I'm sure it's a good card, just hasn't worked for me yet. Apparently it's very good in draft. That's what I did today. I watched Kit's... Wow, this is really going slowly. I watched Kitfinity, or the one and only Kit, or Kit, whatever you want to call him. He did this incredible educational video about drafting. Like, having seen that now, I'm 100% more confident in drafting than I was. Pretty nice hand. We're gonna... Oh... Okay, if my creatures are alive, I'm going to Windborn, so they just start leveling up like crazy. Nice. Solid play. Can I follow it up with an Epidemic? Epidemic would be pretty nice for you right now. Maybe a buff? Nah, buff wouldn't help. Lyria. Is Lyria going to bring you... Grimgaunt. Oh, that is nasty. Ouch. And we're out. It was going very slowly, so maybe now that it's shat itself, it'll run a little bit faster than it did. I really like that animation. I think it's also on the Ascension app, but I've just never... Maybe it isn't, maybe it is, and I've never noticed, like, haven't noticed it for a long time. I haven't played Ascension for a long time. I got a little bit sick of Ascension. I still think it's a great game, I just got a little bit over it. Is my tournament still going? Hopefully. Teapot, your turn. He's been waiting for 46 seconds. I'm sorry, Teapot. I am sorry to make you wait. He's got a pretty solid deck. Or maybe I've just got a really crappy deck. I'm tempted to frickin' Uranti bolt the Grimgaunt. I think I will. I might move him over. Uranti bolt, so if he decides to eat it with his Grimgaunt, then he suffers. And if I Stormbringer over here, then there's a pretty high chance of taking out either Lyria or the Echo Wisp, and I get to do a little bit of damage. So now I run the risk of having my Doomwing eaten by the Grimgaunt through use of like an Epidemic. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Also means now I can Wind Call the Stormbringer over and take out whoever's still alive. You anti-bolt that Grimgaunt if it's still alive. If it's not, I can Windborn. Did I say Windborn? I can Wind Call the Stormbringer along. Interesting play. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Especially if you've got an Epidemic. If he's got an Epidemic, he's laughing right now. Have you got it, Teapot? Have you got it in ya? By in you, I mean on you. No, he doesn't. So he's just traded his Grimgaunt. No, he did have a, not an Epidemic, but a trading card. Very nice. Not like a trading card is in a trading card game. You know what I'm saying. Why am I over-explaining myself? 15 damage is pretty nice. Stormbringer can hopefully take out the Echo Wisp or the Lyria. Yes, nice. So now I can Wind Call to take out... Oh, I'm going to Windborn Hellion. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Because he'll buff from not only this move here, but also from the next time that the Stormbringer moves. And then any other cards that I like to play. That's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Takes out the Grimgaunt. I lose my Windcaller, but I'm okay with that. They're sort of a one-shot wonder. And I got Windborn Hellion growing in the corner. Who, if I'd been aggressively leveling it, would be powerful. Can't deny that at level 3, they are freaking big. But they so far in this deck have not been worth leveling to that point. That's fine. That doesn't bother me. He's getting a lot of health back, which is annoying. Now I could... If he plays a level 2... Oh, that's annoying, I guess. I'd like to Wind Call my way to victory here. What can I do? I can Doomwing over here. And I can Wind Call it over here, which will level up my Windborn a little bit. And give him pretty decent reach. And take out that creature. And my Windborn Hellion is going to die next turn, but that's okay. I can't get the hang of that creature. And I got a pretty tough board, so he can draw... What will take me out here? Level 3 Epidemic would be pretty nasty right now. I think he's been... No, he's been... I don't think I saw a level 2 Epidemic, and I've only seen the one Epidemic so far. So level 2 Epidemic is nasty, but not, you know, the end of the world. I've got a Master of Elements, which means if my Stormbringer can survive, I can give it a Fervent Assault. Or I can Master of Elements and then give my other Stormbringer a Serpent of Fault. That's what I'm trying to say here, a Serpent of Fault. Cool, so... Oh, so many options. Summon Stormbringer, take out the Ghost Ride. Yep. I think I'm gonna Doomwing. Trouble is, if I play my Stormbringer now, I won't actually have any room to move. Okay, I'm gonna Hellion. Oh, no matter what, my Stormbringer won't have room to move. Move you over there. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here. Slightly too powerful, almost. I guess I could battle and then replace my Windcaller. That would work. And then replace you. And then Fervent Assault is not enough to take out that Grimgaunt, actually, now that I do the math. That was not a good play. Oh well, it's happened now. It'll grow my Windborn Hellion at least. Oh yes, it is enough. It's not enough by itself, but once it attacks, it takes it out. And that's okay, I can survive that. Because I got some pretty tough creatures happening here. And I've drawn a pretty nice hand. If he plays his level 3 Grimgaunt in the hope of being all, haha, I've got an amazing card, I can just Dreadbolt it. If he plays anything else, I can Witherfrost it pretty nicely. Echo Wisp, very nice. Look, I think I'm going to Dreadbolt the one in front of my Windborn just to keep it growing. Oh, I don't know. I should have been leveling my Epidemic because I saw the Echo Wisps coming, but I totally forgot to. See, Witherfrost doesn't take out an Echo Wisp. Epidemic and Witherfrost does, so I'm going to go with that. Because I do want to start leveling that Epidemic, because I forgot to. Oops, Witherfrost. And it means that my Windborn isn't super powerful anymore, but in an ideal world will survive and continue to grow. Although there's not really much else for him to take out now, so... Oh, that's a nice hand. I like that hand a lot. Because he hasn't been leveling any kind of one-shot stuff, so my Doomwing's definitely going to survive. Yeah, he hasn't. He hasn't been leveling... Oh, Ghastly Touch. I've only seen level 1 of that, so... My Doomwing survives no matter what. My Witherfrost is big and powerful and tough. I don't even mind losing those cards. You can take them. I'm going to have an even better hand in a few seconds. I haven't been playing this particularly well, I don't think. I don't know. I've been crazy happy with it. I think there was definitely a misplay in that turn where I buffed up a Stormbringer who then immediately died. That was not a very clever move. Would have been better off buffing, playing a new Stormbringer and then buffing him. As it was, I just replaced the creature to lose 2 creatures, which was pretty dumb. Pretty daft. Botanimate. Oh, that's his removal, so he could draw that now because we're about to level up again. But hopefully he doesn't. That's okay. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's okay. I'm tempted to level up my Master, but I'm going to go with Doomwing Witherfrost, just in the hope of drawing some of my... I have got some level 3 Wind Callers, I'm sure. We're at level 4 now, and I normally level them pretty aggressively. I must have some level 3s. Not in this hand, I don't. I can Fervent Assault the Witherfrost, which gives her -7 and then 6 damage, which is pretty freaking powerful. Maybe I'm the first person to discover that combo, but Fervent Assault plus Witherfrost Banshee is awesome. If I'm not, then you already know it's awesome, so well done you. So yeah, unless she dies, unless she gets like, yeah, I can't imagine how she would die. I'll probably Fervent Assault her and... Oh, that's nasty, but -7 and -6 mean that she will very nearly take out that Grimgorn. -7, -6, she'll be 13 and then she'll attack him and he'll die. Or, if I'm clever, which I will be, I can Epidemic and she survives as my little popping around doing damage thing. Bam! Look at that! That's awesome. And now I'm going to Epidemic and do 26 damage. Which is not game-winning, but I've got a pretty strong board presence. And I've taken out the Grimgaunt, which is the main card in this deck that I was worried about. Oh, that's a lovely hand. That is such a nice hand. Oh my god. Look at that. I don't even mind the board being cleared now. Oh, which is lucky to say, because it's being cleared right now. Damn, I mind a little bit. I minded more than I may have let on. Shit. That's okay. Holy crap, that's really nasty. I'm going to Master of Elements in the spare slot, and then give Stormy a... Oh no, I should have Stormbringer in the spare slot. What was I thinking? And give Stormbringer a Fervent Assault, and he'll start to take them out pretty quickly. Oh god, I freaking forgot about the Echo Wisps again. 2 times now I've forgotten about them. Yeah, I should have Master of Elemented in the left-hand slot, Stormbringer in the spare slot, and that way he would take out... I'll take out 2. As it is, I'm going to take up to 30 damage. Between 25 and 30 damage this turn. Which is, as you can imagine, pretty nasty. Fortunately, I got a level 2 Epidemic. And my Stormbringer is going to wipe out another one of them, so I'm not super worried. Oh, that's why his game's going so long. He's got all the glow strides. I'm not very good at this. I'm sure I've mentioned that on previous videos. I'm just not. I keep forgetting about cards existing. If he takes out the right-hand most Echo Wisp, I'm the happiest. Oh no, if he lands in the middle, I can move over and take out another one. So, bam. Bam. Oh, I should have Windborne first. Oh well. I'm pretty crappy at this. Look, I'm going to Lightning Spark it just to... Oh, yeah, I'm going to Lightning Spark it. And I am also going to Epidemic, which I should have done first. No, Windborne. I'm going to Windborne, which I should have definitely done first, but... I'm a fool because that would have gotten a +3/+3, and I'm going to hope and pray that Stormy hits the Glow Stride. Because we're even Stevens for health. We're exactly 50 all. That's pretty nice. I can Stormbringer. Unless he gets another freaking Echo Wisp. No, he can't. I should have leveled it. Ah, I should have leveled the Epidemic so I could deal with the Echo Wisps. Why am I so bad at this? So that's like 3 pretty big misplays already. Just a shambles, really. Crap. I reckon I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna Uranti the Lightbringer. Yeah, I don't want to get any more health. And... Oh, I don't want that 11 damage to go through, but Stormy will go over and just take him out in 1 hit. A Windborn will survive the Glow Stride. God, he's got a lot of Glow Strides. Oh, why didn't I level that Epidemic? Why so stupid? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's not ideal, but I really don't want to take that damage, especially with him now at 65 health because of Glow Stride, which I forgot. I actually do much better at this. This is a handy tip for those people playing at home. I do way better at this game when I'm not also commentating. As soon as I finished last game, I went online again and went 3-0, just like that, my first one. So yeah, when I'm not constantly saying everything I'm doing, I'm actually much better at this game. I'm probably going to... Oh, god damn it. Witherfrost won't even take one out. Gosh darn it. Come on, Stormy, take that guy out, because he's the only one who's going to grow. Fuck. Witherfrost will take her out, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to go with another Windborn, because that way Stormy takes out the remaining one. Oh, not necessarily, damn it. But the Windborns, as I said, they actually get pretty tough at level 3. Come on, center row, you can do it. Center row, come on, Stormbringer. Come on, Stormy. Come on, Stormy. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for finally being a little bit obedient. If I see my Epidemic, I'm going to frickin' level it, because this game is going long, because he is playing a lot of life spells, which I kept forgetting he was playing. Ah, damn it. I can't even Wind Call. Oh, I can Fervent Assault my Windborn, which is actually a pretty nice combo. And then I'm just going to take my Witherfrost and go home. I'm not leveling any cards, which is a little bit weak because this game is going long. By playing all my level 3s, it means I have nothing but like 3s and 1s in my hand. But hopefully I can knock him out in a few more rounds. Oh, if he doesn't keep drawing those freaking Glow Strides. That's a really nice hand, but I'm really scared of just another lot of Epidemics. Oh no, he's run out of Echo Wisps. I think he's already used them this round. He does have a Epidemic. He does have... What was that? Dusty Touch? Yes. That's okay, I'm happy for him to go purely defensive. I'm going to Doomwing. And then I'm going to Wind Call. Which again means I'm only leveling up my level 3s. There's still a chance that he's got a Grimgaunt, but he's pretty low at this stage, so unless he can Botanimate my Doomwing, I think I've got this one. It would be a real challenge for him to actually win this from now. Despite my many and varied misplays, I think I'm okay. Botanimate in middle row still doesn't take care of the... Botanimate and level 3 Epidemic saves him one turn, but still puts me in a pretty powerful position. Okay, I'm going to level that Epidemic. Hopefully it's not too late. Oh, unless I win. If I win, I'm not going to level anything. I'm just going to win. Oh, fuck! Glow Stride! Again, I forgot! I keep on non-stop forgetting about those freaking Glow Strides. It's actually ridiculous. How much am I doing here? 18 damage. Not enough because of his freaking dickin' Glow Strides. And I want to level that Epidemic just in case we end up going into player level 7, which would be ridiculous. I've never in my life had a game go that far. He's on 15 health, I've got a Doomwing on the table, I should be okay. And I got a pair of Wind Callers and another Epidemic, so... Oh yeah, so I've got 3 in this deck, I forgot about that. In my mind I only had the 1. I don't know why I would only have 1. I think I've been watching too many draft videos. Was it Uranti, I'm guessing? No, Ghastly Touch. He doesn't have a Uranti. Because he's not playing Tempest. It's okay. If he can't stop all that damage, I'm set. I'm frickin' set. He can't. It's exactly 15 damage. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Okay, let's hope that this is actually a pretty good deck. I really like this deck. Sometimes, like just then, I play it really stupidly, and because I play worse when I'm on camera, it's always in front of people. By people, I mean the internet. So Although Bobby will tell you I've played some pretty bad games against him when I haven't been recorded. That was particularly woeful. I was really lucky to win this. Zenthea, let's go. I'm going to Doomwing. It leaves me susceptible to Predator plus Epidemic, but it's just too good a card not to level. Especially, it's my only really removal in this. Look, based on what he plays, I'm leaning towards Master of Elements Witherfrost, but if he's playing a Swarm deck, I'm very happy to Stormbring or Epidemic. I should Windborn. I really should start leveling them up earlier. Looks like a Swarm deck, so I'm tempted to Epidemic. How's he going to deal with that Doomwing? If he doesn't, like that. So yeah, definitely Epidemicing. Epidemic, battle, kill the Dryad, and level up a Stormbringer as well. Battle. Move. Stormbringer is not great when I've got 3 Seedlings out. But, Master of Elements is pretty tempting. Master of Elements gets really nice big body. It looks like he's playing a growth deck. Yeah, I'm going to Master of Elements. Because Stormbringer works sort of well at level 1 even, but Master of Elements really needs to be leveled in a way that Stormy doesn't. Windcaller, meaning that in the remote chance that my Doomwing's still alive, I can actually do something with it. Against the Swarm deck, Windcaller is not as important. You're better off leveling the Stormbringer, but it's too late for that now. Ooh, Tarsus. I haven't played a Tarsus deck yet. I'm intrigued. 2, 4, 6 with, what's that? 5, 6, 9, 10, 15, 16. That's fine, I'm happy to make that trade. I'm going to Epidemic again, just to really get rid of that Tarsus before it can do any damage. Dreadbolt's tempting, but I think I am going to level up my... Uranti is also tempting. I'm definitely going to Epidemic, because he's obviously playing a lot of creatures here, and I want to get that leveled up. Windcaller works so nicely with my Doomwing. Uranti bolts. Yeah, I'm going to go with Windcaller just for the present board position. Just because I'd rather have another creature on the board than waste a spell, which I would be doing by playing Uranti Bolt or Deadbolt. And I assume he's going to do something to get rid of my Seedlings, because apparently they're just doing not much, but they are just kind of hammering him for damage each and every turn. Fervent Assault would be nice, but I'm probably going to go with the old Windcaller Doomwing, especially if I can clear up some space on this board somehow. Ah, Epidemic! He has one! How interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So, I think I'm gonna... I was gonna say I'm gonna Fervent Assault and then Windcaller Doomwing, but that's 3 moves instead of 1. That is a friend of mine, Bethany, adding comments to a story of mine that she's doing a proofread of, because she is lovely. Look, I'm gonna Doomwing Windcall in the hope that he can then nip over and take care of that that Wildwood Sower. Get that one. And place him there. So it's really counterintuitive having to move the Windcaller to say who you want to move. Because he does have an Epidemic, so there is that risk of the Windcaller being taken out straight away. That's not a very appealing hand. Witherfrost will take care of that Wildwood if it's still alive, unless it's been buffed. Master of Elements would be nice, I guess. Fervent Assault's tempting. It really entirely... I'm playing very reactively here. Oh, my video is up. So that's the video that you may have seen before this one of me playing my first on-camera tournament. What was that? Epidemic? Must have been. Epidemic, activating a Wildwood, and then what? I'm going to probably... Oh, Lifeblood. That's okay. It didn't actually do anything. I'm going to Master of Elements against that Wildwood because it trades, and then I'm going to Witherfrost in front of that Lifeblood, again causing a trade, but also meaning that I'm not as susceptible to either Lifebloods or buffs. I saw a version of this deck that he's playing that was... I think I've talked about this on camera before, but I'm going to do it again because that's what I do on this. I repeat myself a lot. Another possibility there was Lightning Spark to the head, which would have been very nice, but I'm okay with not doing that. Doomwing level 2 is now immune to Epidemic, which is nice. Oh yeah, there's a variation of the deck he's playing which crosses it with Tempest. I was watching Kit play on the stream and he pronounced it differently. Tempice. I think he said Tempice, maybe. That's okay, I'm happy to make those trades. Because I'll have a Doomwing. And, look, I think I should probably Windcall. No, I really want to level up that Epidemic. I'm going to Doomwing here. I'm going to Epidemic just to level it up. Because Windcaller is not as much as a priority. I really want those Epidemics as big as possible for when I start getting swarmed. Having played this deck that he's playing, I played with this deck, not against. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very nice. I'm very happy with that hand. If he's still alive, I get a double activation from a Doomwing. And then I can Master of Elements and Uranti, or I can just Epidemic, which is probably more tempting at this stage. Just because, like, yeah, I've played a green Swarm deck, and they get slaughtered by an aggressively leveled Epidemic, which is what I want to do. I want to aggressively level Epidemic to slaughter him. Cool, so I'll be able to take that Wildwood with my Windcaller combo, like by going back and forth. And if he manages to... Oh, what's that? No, still alive. I'm okay. So I can actually take out all three of those cards with 2 cards, which I'm going to do. She's not going to see coming, which means makes more sense to really level up the... Yeah, I'm gonna go Master of Elements just to get a body on the board. Boom, boom, boom. Apparently Kibler says boom a lot. Oh, I watched the stream, he says boom a lot. I'm sure I was saying boom before I saw Kibler saying it, but hey, maybe I did steal it from him. I do want the body on the board, so I'm going to level Master of Elements, which means that my unleveled Epidemic... Oh, I could have fucking Uranti bolted him instead of having to waste this shit. Damn it. That was stupid. I was going to say I can Epidemic my... I can Uranti bolt my Doomwing, and that way he won't attack, he'll survive in the turn, but it would kill him, so that won't work. Don't do that, kids. Kids at home. Tarsus. +4/+4 at this stage, isn't it? And 6/6 at the last one. I haven't played a Tarsus yet, so I'm actually very excited by it. It's not doing much so far. I'm leaning towards sparking the Tarsus just because I am actually scared of it. I'm definitely playing my Doomwing. I'll play it over here. Then I can spark the Tarsus to take it out. I can... No, I'm going to attack it and then Wither Frost. Because that way it's gone, I've got another body on the board, and I've leveled up Wither Frost, who, as you saw from the last game, is actually a really nice card. It's actually probably my favourite of the new cards. Like, partially because of how well it goes in this deck, just because it's... Also just because it's fun. It's just a fun little card. I'd be surprised if I didn't Doomwing here. Like, if I get hit by Echo Wisps, maybe I won't. So probably Doomwing, and then Master of Elements, and then Spark to the head, because I've got to start getting some damage through. Yeah, Wither Frost is my favourite of the new cards so far. I haven't played any of the Legendaries, I haven't played any of the Heroics yet. It's actually the only one I've played now that I think about it. So maybe that's a bit presumptive. Presumptuous? Presumptuous. Anyway, I was saying a thing earlier about, I've seen that deck mixed with Tempice or Tempest. I like Tempest better, but Tempies. That's what he said. He said Tempies. Like Tempe, pluralized Tempies. I've seen that with Static Shocks. That's okay. I can't really deal with that. I can just trade with it. Really? You're going to Dreadbolt a Witherfrost? Ooh, my Witherfrost is dead now. If I Epidemic, I'll trade with it. So I'm going to Epidemic and Doomwing. If I Epidemic, I survive, I mean. And I really want as much on the board as possible. Yeah. Or I could Master of Elements and bolt it. Yeah, that's more tempting. Master of Elements here. Bolt it so it doesn't attack. It does mean it's going to be spawning little 3/3s, but they haven't been too scary so far. And I'm going to put you here so that you can jump out of the way so that the Doomwing can come back. And if the Doomwing dies, which is actually pretty likely now to think about it, I'm fucked, but maybe I'll draw a Windcaller. No, I forgot to level it. That's okay. At worst, I'll just Epidemic it, I guess. Because I want to level that anyway. I haven't been doing that. Epidemic plus a Stormbringer almost guarantees its death. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's a fair trade. It's a fair trade, like the product. Oh, alright, so that works really well with Tempest. With, not Tempest, with, what's his name? The new guy, Tarsus. So he's cleared the board quite nicely there, in a way that I can't even Doomwing to do some more damage. I think I'm going to level my Windcaller and an Epidemic, because I want my Windcaller leveled. Oh yeah, that works. You don't have to waste your time against that Leafkin. Epidemic. Battle. So he's on the ropes now. He's down to pretty low health. I've got some pretty nice cards coming up. His Tarsus death hasn't survived due to my fear of Tarsus and my insistence on just killing it the second I see it, because it's a freaking terrifying card to me because I don't know it. Ah, nice! Phytobomb with Tarsus. It's a nice little combo. It's not going to win in the game, but it's nice. Because I can attack, take out one of them, and then Doomwing, I guess. Oh, I've got 2 cards left, so attack. Take out one of them with my Doomwing. Play a second Doomwing. And I'm actually going to Fervent Assault my Windcaller, so that it takes that one out. He's a bit more of a threat, so he's kind of got a bit more he has to deal with. He's on 1 health, right? Okay, not too worried. I think I can probably take him out from 1 health. But even if I couldn't, the idea of that was to have another threat on the board who can like do a bit of damage, and also level up my Fervent Assault, which could come in very handy in play level 4, but I don't think we'll get to that. Epidemic's pretty nice. That wipes out most of the board. Can he take both of them out? No. The thing I've been trying to say and keep getting distracted is that the Tempest deck that... Oh, that's my 3rd win award. No, don't get distracted. The Tempest deck that is pretty nice is to play Wild Wind Sower, and I'm sure I've even talked about this before. That's my 3rd event ticket for the day. Wild Wind Sower and Static Shocks to just keep on filling the board up with saplings. Holy crap. Whew, that took a while to get to. Now, can I go 3-0 on camera? That's the question. As you can see, it's quite a nice deck. I have been lucky. I've been facing Zymus, which is sort of my deck's weakness. I haven't been facing... That was sort of a Swarm deck. I've been facing Flame Shaper, which takes me out. I might be a little bit less noisy on this one, just because I really do want to win. Don't think you can go past a Windborn Hellion and a Windcaller there. This could be a rush deck, in which case I should have not done this in that order. Oh no, it doesn't really matter. He could have just dodged me, no matter where I put it. I'm going to be mostly thinking out loud, so they might be kind of fragmented thoughts. This is the last time I'm going to apologise for this being a bit of a quiet one. So if he's playing a rush deck, then I don't want him to get damage through, but he already sort of has. If he's playing a bomb deck, I'm okay with that, because, yeah, so he's not playing a rush deck, he's not trying to get as much damage through as possible, unless he's got an Epidemic. In which case he survives and takes out a creature, but yeah, if he's playing a rush deck, he just wants to get damage through. That's nice, that takes out my Windborn Hellion, which I think is really overestimated as a threat. It's not much of a threat at all. Stormbringer, so he's playing Pure Tempest so far. What do I want to do? I think I want to Stormbring and then... Yeah, I'm not sure. If I play a Stormbringer here, I can Windcall my Windcaller into the center row to take out his Everflame and hope that my Stormbringer hits that Magma Hound. That's not great. I can Uranti Bolt his Everflame, but I want to keep them spare just in case there's a Zymus, because there's a lot of Zymuses going around. I think Windcalling... What I'll do is I'll Stormbring. No. That's not going to work. Okay, I want that Windcaller there to do the damage, so I'm just going to Windcall here, cancelling its effect, just to trade with that Everflame and not take damage this early on. I'm going to Stormbring there, in the hope of landing in the same row as his Stormbringer and taking it out, and if not, weakening and then taking out that Magma Hound. I'm pretty sure it's I've never seen it, but I think if 2 Stormbringers end up in the same row, they actually cancel each other out. Now, Doomwing's a risky play against the Stormbringer deck, but I'm probably going to play it in front of the Stormbringer so that it trades out, and then just play my other one, because I want my Doomwing active to deal with Everflames later on. So, Stormforged Avatar tells me he's playing probably a Pure Tempest, so I don't have to worry about Epidemic. Depending on where my Stormbringer lands, Epidemicing myself is looking pretty sweet here. I want to level up these Doomwings, but I don't want to lose the game one round in, because that would be bad. My Stormbringer hits that Stormforge like an Epidemic, and no. I'm going to Doomwing in front of the Stormbringer just to stop him from killing my other Doomwing. Let's think. I can Master of Elements. Master of Elements is a pretty nice card to level. That takes out the Stormbringer, leaves me with a body on the board. And then I could Doomwing. In the corner doesn't actually help me much, but anywhere else he's just going to be taken out by Stormforge. If I Doomwing here, then he has to keep his Stormforge where it is and trade, which I would like. That would be nice for me. But I'm gonna go there. It's risky. Not 100% confident about that move, but so I'm probably going to take 13 damage here. And if he's got any kind of buffs or direct damage, that's a lot of damage to take pretty fast. If I can Fervent Assault my Doomwing and surprise him in the center row, that would be nice. That doesn't trade, but it makes if he leaves it there, then it makes my Epidemic look pretty tempting. I was hoping to draw a Windcaller. No, he's not going to leave it there, so oh, I'm going to take 13 damage, which is nasty, but this is not a particularly rushy deck. That's really nice for him, because that takes out my Doomwing. Not my Master of Elements, but that's a really good play. Damn. Spirit Flame, I'm not too worried about. Holy crap, that's a really good play. Epidemic doesn't even clear the board right here and right now, which is what I want. Epidemic and then a Stormbringer. I've got an Epidemic. I've got too much that I'm facing here. Yeah, if I don't Epidemic, I'm taking a shitload of damage. Master of Elements here. Okay, Master of Elements would be a nice card to level at this stage. We're going to play around 2, so I'd like to have a Master of Elements handy. Takes out that Stormforge. And then I can Epidemic. He still dies. If I play him here, he takes out that Stormforge and survives. If I don't Epidemic... If I Epidemic and Stormbringer, Stormbringer pops over and kills someone. The Stormforge is kind of trapped, which I like. Okay, I'm going to go with... Oh, I'm so unsure of this play. I'm going to go with Stormbringer Epidemic. It reduces the damage taken to 9, which is still nasty, but not as bad, and guarantees a kill next turn. Oh, no, it doesn't, because of that empty slot. I always plan my Epidemics before I remember that cards trade. Oh, and I got a Master of Elements with no level 1s. Holy crap. At least I didn't get 2. That would have been... Great. Okay, I'm fucked. I'm bleeding damage here. I don't even have anything, like, decent to show for it. I got a Doomwing who I can put in the center row and he'll survive at least. Hopefully Stormbringer will go over and take out that fucking Stormforged Avatar. Oh my god, this is woeful. I got Master of Elements, who's a really nice body to have on the board. I got Epidemic, which actually clears the board at the moment, so I'm definitely going to Epidemic. Epidemic wipes the whole board, which is what I need right now, more than anything. Bam. Everyone dead. You're all dead. Doomwing can't die from what I've seen so far. He hasn't been leveling up his take. He could Uranti bolt it, but I'd actually be kind of okay with that because it still kills. I didn't see a single... No, I must have seen a Windcaller there. Yeah, I did. First turn I saw 2 Windcallers. So I'm okay for Windcallers. He hasn't been leveling up anything that can take out a Doomwing, so I'm... Oh, Avalanche. You don't see a lot of Avalanche Invoker decks. Maybe that's how we got through to level 3. Oh, this has got new art too now, doesn't it? I haven't seen it. Yeah, it's much nicer. I don't remember the old art, but it wasn't as nice as that. Your anti-bolt, I'm okay with. Because Doomwing now takes out Avalanche, which is good. I'm going to chuck down a Windborn, because he grows. I'm going to... Okay, if I chuck down a second Windborn, I've got some actual decent bodies on the board. If I Lightning Spark him to the head, I've leveled up Lightning Spark and started to do a little bit of damage, but not really enough for it to be worth it. I'm going to double Windborn because he's playing a lot of cards that are scary, and I don't like scary cards. And I want my own scary card. I just want some bodies on the board because I don't have that at the moment. in the remote possibility, the very unlikely possibility my Doomwing survives, then Windborns get some cool stuff to happen. As it is, absolutely no. That's okay. Firestorm's okay. Absolutely no mobility creatures, meaning that my Windborn's going to stay at level, stay at their current stats. Spirit Flame Mystic. Oh, that's the new one. No, it's not. This is the if it's destroyed on your turn, deals 3 damage to another creature opponent controls in this lane and to each creature adjacent to that. That's okay. Can I take it out? Not really. What can I do? I can do -2 and then 3. That's 5 and then 3 damage. That doesn't take it out. -2 leaves my Windborn alive, which would actually be pretty nice. And I could pretty safely level up my Uranti Bolt at this stage. I haven't seen any sign of a Zymus. Means I don't get to wither up my precious Witherfrost Banshee, but I'm okay with that. That's nice. That is at least a double buff to my Windborn Hellion if it survives. +2/+2, so that'll make it if it survives, an 11/15, which is pretty solid. Spirit Flame's going to deal 6 damage to it. Maybe I should have let him kill my Windborn, because then it doesn't take more damage. Ooh, Cinderfist. Oh man, he's just clearing the board here. He's got a lot of Cinderfist, but no Lightning Brand so far. And I'm going to have to waste my turn on a double frickin' Windcaller, but that's okay, because I really want to level them, and they've got some pretty decent bodies. So I'm behind, but I don't think I'm that badly behind. He hasn't leveled anything up particularly scary at the moment, and I'm playing Tempest against him. If I wasn't playing Tempest, his Avalanche Invokers would be a lot scarier. Because I'm playing Tempest, I'm not too worried about them. And I think his deck seems to be, from what I've seen so far, seems to be built around that. Probably going to just Spark to the head. I'll chuck my Doomwing in front of his Stormring or wherever it ends up. Well, I won't if it's somewhere stupid. Actually, I can just take out the Stormring. I'm going to do that. Doomwing. Kill the Stormbringer. Because I don't want that fucker floating around doing his business. And Doomwing level 3 is a really nice card. It can't be taken out by many one-shots. It can be taken out by Uranti Bolt, but I haven't seen him leveling that. If it survives, it'll be a double activation, because I can move it twice. It does 18 damage, which is nice. So, provided my Doomwing survives, that Solforge is gone, and so is that Cinderfist Brawler. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to go over and take out the Magma Hound. Come back, take out the Stormbringer, and chuck a Windcaller in the corner where it won't be a problem. And he will block that Cinderfist, because I can't imagine any kind of one-shot that'll take it out. And I'm going to Stormbring. Doesn't matter where I put him, he's going to move anyway. I'm doing 18 damage. I think I'm in a... This is me in focus mode. I get a lot more rambly and a lot less eye contacty, but I think I'm in a pretty good position right now to go 3-0. He could draw really well, but yeah, I can't really see anything at the moment that takes me out. And I've just drawn Epidemic, and he's clearly drawn at least one other level, at least one. He's drawn a level 1 is what I'm trying to say there. Uranti Bolt level 2 takes him out, that's okay. He had a good run. Windcaller... Oh, Windcaller's actually pretty nice here. Windcaller and Epidemic? No, I think Windcaller's Stormbringer. I don't have two bad boys bouncing around doing damage. And not much you can do about it. He especially can't play his Avalanche Invoker because I'm playing currently all Tempest. And Tempest with pretty big bodies. Like, level 3 Fire Storm takes out 2 of my cards, but that's okay. It's not a great hand, but probably Epidemic just to level it. Probably going to Epidemic Uranti Bolt, but depends entirely on what he plays. Firestorm level 2 takes out 1 body, that's okay. Still going to be doing at least 21 damage next turn. Yeah, 21 damage. So, no point in playing that Epidemic. Probably just going to Lightning Spark and Witherfrost. Lightning Spark to the head to try to get this damage nailed. And Witherfrost is not a great card, but I don't really have much else going at the moment. That's another 21 damage. If I get one more of those in, I win. Oh, this is, yeah, so this is my thought process when I'm playing. The idea of these videos was originally to like let you in on that thought process, but I decided to be more presentational. But yeah, in a game that matters, like going 3-0 in a tournament for the first time with this deck, I just want to focus on the game. No Zymus, actually, and I realized in the video that you saw upload earlier, no Zymus in that either. Maybe one, but not many Zymus, which is pretty crazy. That's okay. I think I'm going to Epidemic just to clear the board. And I'm tempted to Master of Elements because like it's almost as good a body as Windcaller, and on the off chance we go into level 5, I wouldn't mind that being leveled. So I'm going to do that. Like, I'd like to pound through the last bit of damage, but a Windcaller Shaman isn't really going to do that. That's not her thing. So I'd rather have just a leveled card that does a tiny bit less damage in case we go long. And I can always give him an old Fervent Assault. Oh, I was going to say I can Lightning Brand my Doomwing, but no, it's level 2 I could. Had I been leveling that a little bit better, I probably would have played a tiny bit better this game. What are you going to do? Firework? Firestorm? Go for it. You're taking one creature out with 2 cards. Yep, you're anti-bolt. Okay. That's fine by me. I'm glad I leveled. I'm tempted to just throw away that Lightning Brand to level it. But I'm going to go with the old Witherfrost. It is a nice card, and I'd rather level that than Lightning Brand. Although you can see now, the new and improved Lightning Brand, A, so much better, but B, works really well in decks. Like, it's a good card in this deck. It can make your Doomwing do more damage and kill more creatures faster. A level 1 Windcaller? Have I not been leveling them? Ooh, that's nasty. I might bolt him. What else you got? If you've got a Uranti level 2 or 3, my Doomwing's in trouble. You don't, so unless your Stormbringer takes out my Witherfrost, even if it does actually, that's game. So I can do 21 damage there, and I had a Lightning Spark in my head, but I won't be a dick. Bam! 3-0 with my new and improved mobility deck. I'm really happy with the changes I've made there. You can see how much better it works now than it did. Like, Witherfrost is just a great card. I'm not going to check you right away. Tournament, where are you? Over there. It's all reversed for me, so it's very confusing. Witherfrost just built for this deck. Like, literally, the point of that is to go in this deck. Master of Elements in the new Lightning Brand, I didn't use it much, but it works really well. And having that Master of Elements just for that big body is worth it. Like, I don't think I used him maybe once that whole game, but just having that big body is really, really useful. And there were no other cards in this deck that had a body like that. The best was the, like, in terms of health, the Windcallers, and they're hardly a threat. Oh, no, Stormbringer. Stormbringer's got a pretty solid body. Stormbringer's nice. But yeah, just having that Master of Elements, because he's got the big body and the little bonus of like being able to Lightning Brand something or being able to Uranti Bolt or Epidemic, makes all the difference. So yeah, this is now a deck that is, as you've literally just seen, capable of getting 3-0, 4 event tickets, 2 normal boosters. I'm happy with that. I got three free event tickets today. And I just won a bonus one then, bringing me up to 13. So I've paid for 10. I've got 10 back from tournaments, and I've won 3 free ones just for my daily rewards. Oops, I was going to open my packs. I'm saving up my basic boosters to do another like mass open when I get to about 100, I think. Because it's fun. Like, statistically, I've got the same chance of getting legendary from it now, but it's more fun, I think, to save them up. Did I get 3 boosters then? That's the most I've gotten from a tournament, I think. We got Natural Selection, Heroic, Cultivate. What a bland opening. I guess Witherfrost is a nice new card, but trouble is I've got all the cards. Like, packs are very rarely exciting for me to open. I still only have 1 Seismic Adept, which is ridiculous, but I'm really hoping for a legendary from these packs. Apparently you can win legendary premium packs if you go 3-0 in draft. Firestorm, I think I had 3 of them, but I possibly only had 2. I only got the 2 packs. Oh, that's okay. Whew, that was intense. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm probably going to do a little bit of work, and then once I've done a little bit of work, you can see my sweat over there. It's all reversed for me. Once I've done a little bit of work, I'm going to come back and record my first ever draft. So look forward to that. You can see me making all kinds of newbie mistakes. I was very lucky then because I made a lot of mistakes in, was it the first or second game? The third game, I'm actually pretty happy with my play there. I think that was solid. Did I decide not to level up Wind Caller for some reason? Because that was a bad move. Always level up Wind Caller. I can't think of a single situation where you wouldn't. I guess I thought I was up against a rush deck. Oh, he didn't draw his Phoenix. So that was very lucky on my half. He played it at the start, then we never saw it again. Yeah, that was really interesting. I hope that was interesting for you. Pointing straight at you. I will see you later on with my draft video or just around in the world. Enjoy life. Thank you so much for watching. I'm slightly manic, Peter C. Hayward. I'll see you next time.